Welcome back into Ryan Jacobson Weather. I hope your Wednesday is off to a great start. Let's hop right into the forecast for today. And as you can see, right now we still do have pretty active weather across the U.S. We've had that low pressure kind of sitting over the eastern U.S. for the last 3, 4, even 5 days now. Finally starting to move to the northeast today. It's going to be moving out of the U.S. going into this evening. But over these last couple of days, we've seen a lot of severe weather. We've also seen a lot of flooding, especially up here in upstate New York. Saw a lot of very damaging flooding yesterday, and it looks like more rain is on the way, unfortunately. So let's just hop right into the forecast for today, and I can give you an idea of what's expected over these next couple of days ahead in the weather across the U.S. This is the newest European model run, and as you can see, this is the current setup right now. We have some heavier thunderstorm complex moving through right now the south and going through the Dixie Alley. None of this is going to be severe, but there will be some heavy rain associated with that. Here's the remaining portion of this low pressure system that's basically just been spinning across the eastern U.S. the last couple of days. This is finally going to be moving out today, but there is still showers right now. A couple heavier downpours across portions of upstate New York this morning. And then out west, you can see in portions of Colorado and the mountains, there is a little bit of snow showing up at the higher elevations. We're not expecting much snowfall there, maybe an inch or two of snow. This is now going into this afternoon here, and as you can see, the low pressure system finally moves off, goes into southern Ontario, going into this evening. This is going into tomorrow. We are going to see a wide area of thunderstorms ranging from Ohio all the way back down into Florida. A lot of these just to be like your normal springtime thunderstorms, and I'm not expecting much in the way of severe weather. This is now heading into Friday. As you can see, we have another low pressure develop across here portions of the northeast. This could bring another area of widespread precipitation, and this could be a bad sign as we already have a lot of areas that are at that kind of flood range. And if we get another 1 to 2 inches of rain, this would definitely enhance the flooding risk across a large portion of the northeast. So we'll be watching that very closely as we go into Friday. You can see that low pressure just kind of sits around the northeast, spitting, bringing more precipitation to a lot of those same areas. This is going to Sunday here. Not much expected on Sunday. This is going to Sunday afternoon. A little bit cooler here up in the northeast, but a lot of the country is going to be high and dry and pretty warm and pretty quiet. Could be some scattered, like I said, thunderstorms in portions of the south. But as of now, none of that really looks severe. This is now heading into Monday here. Definitely seeing a warming trend across most of the U.S. Could see another area of precipitation move northward going into early next week. And now this is going through next Thursday here. Maybe we can see our next kind of potential for seeing some more severe weather going into the later portions. So this is the day one outlook, and as you can see, we do have a slight risk for severe weather today across portions of Texas. Right now, none of this looks severe. There's a 2% risk for tornadoes, and that's actually from portions of Mississippi back into Louisiana. But again, I'm not expecting much in the way of severe weather. There is a 15% chance for seeing some severe hail today. But like I said, not expecting much from this. And then going into tomorrow's outlook, again, nothing crazy is expected. We do have a marginal risk for severe weather across a large chunk of the country, all the way basically from the PA border all the way back into central Florida, as far west as western Texas. But again, maybe seeing some scattered, damaging winds or even some scattered hail. But again, it's going to be very, very minimal what we see these next couple of days. And it looks like we're not really going to see, very pivotal severe weather until we go into the middle of the later portions of next week. Here's the total precipitation expected over the next couple of days. This is going through today here. You can see portions of, upstate New York could see up to another, inch to maybe inch and a half of rain. And this is definitely what we don't want to see, as some areas in upstate New York saw over 5, even approaching 6 inches of rain yesterday, and widespread flooding is currently ongoing. You can see there is going to be some heavy precipitation as well today throughout portions of eastern Texas, going back into Mississippi as well as Alabama. Be weather aware if you're in these areas, as up to 3 to even 4 inches of rain are a possibility. This is heading into Friday here. there's kind of that second area of rain, and still highlighting a decent amount of rain here for portions of New York State going back into the New England region. Again, that flooding threat could be, heightened as we head into this weekend. This is heading into Sunday here, going into Monday. Looks to be a little bit quieter going into first couple of days of next week. Looks like our weather's going to be picking up as we go into the later portions. As Wednesday going into Thursday, this could be our next potential for severe weather across portions of the Midwest. Lastly, here's a look at your temperatures expected over the next couple of days. Let me play this forward for you guys. As you can see, it's going to be pretty cool across portions of the country, especially the Northeast, but the central U.S., it's going to be high and dry and very nice here expected over these next couple of days. Like I said, a little bit chillier in the Northeast, but if you're in North, South Dakota, Nebraska, it's going to be really warm, really nice, 85 degrees. This is going into Saturday here. Even portions of Montana as well. Look at this. This is highs going into Sunday. We have highs here, mid to upper 90s in portions across South Dakota. Do not see that too often for May. It's going to get really hot here as well for portions of Southern California as well as Southern Arizona. We can see highs approaching 105 degrees Sunday going into Monday. So obviously be prepared for that if you live in those areas going into this weekend. But, no major temperature swings are expected over these next couple of days. Like I said, kind of warmer weather in the central U.S., a little bit chillier in the west and the northeast. I thank you all for stopping by. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Continue to just keep checking back on daily updates on the weather ahead. I just, thank you for stopping by, and feel free to like and subscribe. I will greatly appreciate any way you can help out the channel. So, again, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good one.